Guys, it's your girl Cookie coming back with you with another video. And so, like the title stated, let's talk child support. So, I used to be a child support agent. I actually was one of the ones that took in the calls of cases that was already established for child support. So,
Don't be messy in my comments.
okay, so so anyway, I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk about the ins and out of child support. I may do a series; it just depends upon of the response that I get. But I may do a series on the child support. Now, let me just give a disclaimer: child support does vary from state and state. So the laws that I know, some of the laws are universal for all 50 states. There may be a slight difference, so you definitely want to get in contact with your child support agency within your state. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this video. So let's talk about child support and what child support is and what child support is not. So basically, child support is basically funding to have collected from the non-custodial parent, being mother or father, to help financially support the child. This is a spreadsheet basically for the courts to see to keep track of the financial support that the non-custodial parent provide to a child. Anything outside of that court order amount, most state says that if you give the custodial parent any financial funding, or if you buy the child any school clothes or anything like that, that is considered as a gift, and it could not be counted as a monthly allotted child support payment. So it is imperative that before you give that parent that money, go ahead and make a payment to your child support so it can keep track of your monthly payment. A second thing is with child support, and I'm just randomly just giving stuff off the top of my head. Child support in most states does not automatically give custody to the non-custodial parent. There are some states, a lot of the southern states to be exact, if the child was conceived out of wedlock or conceived before marriage is better word for it, then that does not give you automatic co-parenting rights over the child if you sign the child birth certificate. Some states, I'm not going to say all, but some states require that you go through family court or go through some type of legitimization court in order to get equal rights of the child. So even though you put your name on the birth certificate, that in some state does not qualify for you to have equal rights with the child. Now, if you and the custodial parent get married after the child is born, then that will be something that will be decided in the court as far as rights goes, because you all got married after the child was conceived. So, or the child was born and y'all got married after the child is born. And so usually when you file for a divorce, custody has already been established because you and her got married when the child was born. And so usually the judge of that hearing will decide as far as how the rights goes with both parties. Another thing with child support, picking back off of what I stated, is that with child support, even though you're making monthly payment, does not mean that you get automatic visitation. There are some states that does not get involved with visitation, and that's something that you would have to take up with a private attorney or your local family court or your local legal aid. You want to definitely get in contact with your state agency to confirm that. But a lot of the courts and a lot of the child support agency do not get involved with visitation, just for the mere fact of the only concern that they're looking at is the financial support of the child, and that's the only thing they're going to get involved in. It's very few states that get involved with visitation. I can't think of any on the top of my head, but you will have to get in contact with your local agency for them to discuss that with you. So the final thing, and I think it's a real big One is, why isn't the custodial or the non-custodial parent spouses are not included in the income of the child support order? And the reason why is because in the event if that parent divorced their spouse and we rate the child support order off of that spouse, then that would be a disadvantage of the parent that is on the case. So say for example, because I hear this often, say for example a custodial parent called in and say the non-custodial parent has married somebody who's making six figures. So why can't you all go off of those six figures that that non-custodial parent is making? Well, number one, the non-custodial parent is not making that six figures. Their spouse is. So it's not fair for us to rate the policy off of their spouse, because in the event if that spouse and that non-custodial parent get a divorce and we rated the support order off of that spouse, then that's going to be a disadvantage for that non-custodial parent, where the non-custodial parent income is only state minimum. So that's the reason why you do not see child support rating the support order off of the spouses and the parents' income. They only rate it off of the parents who conceived the child. So I hope this helped. This is pretty a quick video. But if you have any questions or concern, just drop them down below. I can definitely try to answer as many as I can. Like I stated, I am not an attorney, so any legal questions that you may have, you may want to get in contact with an attorney, and always get in contact with your state agency. They would be the best place to go, or their website, for any questions that you may have. But until then, my friends, I hope you all have a great, wonderful, and fabulous day. And thanks so much for watching. Bye.